Hi guys, Jackie Durbin here with your Go High Level tip for the day. So, in a recent social media post, I shared something that real estate agents should be doing, especially if they're using Go High Level and they're doing open houses. What this is going to do for you is it's going to automate all of your touch points for those open house leads. It's also going to ensure that people are actually signing in. So, inside of your Go High Level, this is a multi-step process. So, you may want to grab a piece of paper and a pen to write this down, or just save this video so that way you can go back to it later. The first thing you're going to do when you get into your Go High Level is you're going to go to your sites. We're going to go over to forms and we're going to build just a simple open house form. So, you're going to go ahead and hit add form and you're going to start from scratch. When you get into this form creator, make sure that you're naming this form. So this is going to be my open house sign-in sheet. Okay. I'm going to make sure that I have their first name, last name, phone number, and email. I did say in the video that you could add some additional questions like, what is your price point? What areas are you looking for? However, I do believe that the fewer amount of questions, the better. Make sure that you're adding these things, making sure that you're saying yes by checking these boxes. I authorize this person, right, this real estate agent to send me these things. Make sure you go down to the button. I go ahead and change it to where it actually says submit. So down here, you're just going to go ahead and type in the word submit, and then you are going to save this form. This is step one. So step one is creating a form, titling it open house sign-in sheet. Make sure you title it. Super important. Now we're going to go ahead and go back. And we are going to go to our automation tab over in Go High Level, and you are going to create a new workflow from scratch for your open houses. So go ahead and title this open house sign in sheet. And then with each workflow, there has to be some type of trigger. So the trigger is going to be that there was a form submitted. You're going to add a filter and you're going to say the form is, and it's that open house sign-in sheet that you just created. So what this is going to do is it's going to tell Go High Level the moment that someone fills out this form, go ahead and trigger this workflow. You're going to go ahead and send a text. So this text could be something just as simple as, thank you for stopping by, the open house. And then you want to make sure that you're giving a call to action. You want to ask them a question that's going to be something simple as yes or no. Would you like, whoops, would you like a list of other homes in the area that are currently for sale? And then go ahead and save that action. Okay, so that's going to be your initial text. Then I always like to set an internal notification, and this is going to be an SMS to myself, so the assigned user. And I'm just going to say open house lead came in. I'm going to add some tags and I'm going to say I want that, whoops, I want that contact's full name and I want their phone number. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save that into my phone. So the moment that I get that SMS from Go High Level that says, hey, you have a new open house lead, now I can go ahead and take that information and save it into my phone as a new contact. And then in the notes tab in my phone, I can go ahead and add the address. So that way I know exactly which open house that this came from. So I'm going to go ahead and save that action. Then I'm going to add to a workflow. And the workflow that I want to add is that I have a new buyer lead. So I'm going to add it to my buyer workflow and I'm going to hit save. So what this is going to do is now that I've created the form and I've created this workflow, now I need to create a QR code. So I'm going to go back to my marketing, whoops, to my sites and to my forms. I'm going to grab that open house sheet. I'm going to share it. Hang on, preview. This is my link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save that link. I can go into any of my QRs. I'm going to go ahead and go into my Canva and I'm going to create a new design. This is going to be the thing that actually says, hey, I have like, welcome to my open house. So when you're going into Canva, you can actually grab open house templates. Pause. Let's go home. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to type in open house. Instead of your designs, you can go ahead and go to templates if you don't already have one. Hit search. It's going to pull up whichever one you would like to. So I can grab this one right here. Go ahead and customize it. I'm going to, it says open house. I can put in the date and then obviously the address. Then I'm going to go over here to my other apps and I'm going to grab the QR code. I'm going to add in that. I'm going to hit done. Whoops. One of the things that I always tell people to do is scan that QR code to make sure that it's actually taking you where you want it to go. And when I scan the code, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's actually taking me to that form. So now my entire thing is set up. Now I can go ahead and put this wherever I want to. One of the things that I would suggest is actually going through the house and having this QR code set up a couple different places. You could have it set up obviously when they're coming in the home. Maybe it's in the kitchen or in the front foyer. You should also have one upstairs, maybe in the primary bedroom and then maybe somewhere else in the house. Each of them could have a different call to action. It could say, sign in here, scan this code. And that's how people are going to go ahead and sign in. On the other QR codes, you could have something like a call to action that says, if you'd like to know more things about this home, scan here. And so now you're going to be giving people different reasons to go ahead and scan. Guys, I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed this tutorial and this helped you understand how to use Go High Level to increase your production, go ahead and hit subscribe so that way you will get notifications when new videos are sent out.